Champagne, cocaine, gasoline, and most things in between.
When'd you do that?
Well, back, in case I needed it. Looks like I made the right call. So, did you see her?
Yeah, I saw her. She's doing just fine. But of course, you know that.
Actually, I didn't. I didn't know it was the only way to get you to lay off.
So, it's done.
Yeah, it's done.
Hi. Hey, sorry. I was watching Supernatural. Sorry if it messed up. Sorry if you guys heard some weird stuff. Okay. Hello, all of you. Hey, small buttons. Long time no see. I missed seeing you. Hey, Inky. I've missed seeing you too. Hey, Fox Love. 2 days ago was your birthday, huh? Well, happy belated birthday. Again, I'm sorry that I didn't notice you guys right away. Supernatural. I started watching it. I came back to what I started watching Supernatural again, and I've been trying to get back into the rhythm of watching it. Currently, I am on Season 8, Episode 9, Citizen Fang. I'm just finishing it up, actually. Hey, Crasher Point. Hey, Art Floor You. How's it going? Hey, Queen Nemmer. Thanks for what? What did I do exactly? That's good. Hey, guys, I put something new on my wall that I made myself. I gotta show you. Okay. Right here. Right there. Right here. Isn't this cool? Look how cute he is. He's so adorable. He's so cute. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, so cute. He is not taking any of your shit. He's just like, really? He just keeps, it's so cute. He looks so cute with the new art style that I've been developing. I'm sorry I didn't stream on Sunday. I took a day off from streaming so I could watch a movie with my mom. I borrowed Return to Oz from my cousin again, and I watched it with my mom and my cousin. We stayed up really late watching all kinds of movies. Hey, David Yoshida. Thanks, Floor. I'm glad you guys think it's cool. I'm sure you could. You just gotta draw something like I did and color it, and I just cut it out. I didn't print it or nothing, but it's cool, isn't it? Yes, why, Gur? Please tell me why. I'm looking at my Gur cutout right now, the one that I made of him where he's blushing and smiling. I want to make more wall decorations. He looks so cute. I can't stop looking at him. Just going like, it's so freaking cool. Also, I'm streaming back in my room. How cool is that? It's nice and cool down here. Also. Okay, so a lot of things have happened over the weekend. Like, I had my graduation party. Yeah, I love disturbing but funny things. And vaccines don't cause autism. You can't get autism. Autism is something that you can just be born with. Vaccines don't cause autism. And at my grad party, my boyfriend and I, we got back together. So I'm not single anymore. I am currently in a relationship. So yay me. Woo. All right. Second of all, my boyfriend got me this cool shirt. Check this out. Isn't this cool? Check it. Oh, it looks so good, doesn't it? Looks awesome. Oh, man, looks so cool. He definitely knows what I like. Thank you. I knew I was going to stream tonight, and since I just cleaned this thing, I thought, hey, why not show it off to everyone to show them how much of a dork I am? And it's time for me to eat the very last chocolate in the chocolate box. Ooh, chocolate. Thank you. Whenever I draw Zim and Gur together, I usually draw Zim treating Gur like his baby, you know, holding him like this or giving him a piggyback ride or, you know. This is good. It's like a wafer. All right. I want to show you guys some drawings that I have made and been working on. Okay, we're good. These are all new drawings. Ah, come back. Okay. I've been making reference sheets for my updated art style for Happy Tree Friends, and also I've been making adjustments to their outfits just a little bit. So, here's Giggles. She hasn't changed that much, but I did give her a new skirt. It's purple. It's still purple, but it's not pleated anymore. And I put a little blue flower thing on the side. And I gave her these button-up boots that are magenta colored. And I put down at the bottom that she's slightly clumsy, which I think she actually is. And I put a note here that says, I changed the design of the skirt since the pleated look was so awkward to do with her legs. Oh, geez, your YouTube crashed. I'm sorry about that. It's just part of the design. I've seen skirts with things like flowers and tie-dye and all that. No, I did. Well, the flippy and flaky ones I did print, but the Gur and Flickby ones, I made those myself. I drew them on printer paper, and I made them on printer paper, and then I cut them out. You know, like when you're making a collage or something. Oh, I'm so sorry. No, I'm not. Believe me, I wasn't trying to get you to ship it. I was just recommending fan fictions. I am not. Bleh. That's what I have to say about that. Bleh. Oh, and speaking of Zader, I made a Zader fan child. Her name is Zara Membrane. If you can't read anything, just tell me, and I'll read it to you. My cousin came up with the name, so she also deserves some of the credit. Her undershirt here is the standard Irken tunic uniform, whatever it is they've got going there, but it's blue, and she wears a vest, kind of like Dib's trench coat, and her eyes are normal, but they kind of turn into Irken eyes when her moods go up and down, like mood swings and all that. And her pack is gray, but it has blue spots instead of pink. Kind of reminds me of Dib's pack from the Zader comic, The Very Thin Line. Yes, I have indeed fallen too far. But wait. Maybe I've fallen just the right amount. Maybe that's what this could be about, huh? Okay. Here's a character I hardly ever draw. It's Russell. This is how he looks in my AU. He grew his hair out and has a ponytail. And of course, I have to make him all babe material. And that's what I think he looks like without his eye patch.
He is so cute. He is so cute.
I did keep some things about him, like his ripped t-shirt with red and white stripes, and his double peg legs, and his blue pants, and his hook hand. Okay, I'm making one for... Thank you. I'm making one for Petunia. I haven't quite finished yet. I wanted to make her look more pretty than some of the other girls. I'm not saying the other girls aren't pretty, but she has more prominent eyelashes, and she's definitely one of those elegant girls. Thank you. I'm glad you guys like it. I'm not done with Petunias yet. I might work on that a little bit. And here's a drawing I did of Dib, because I haven't drawn his royal big-headedness in such a long time. I freaking love his trench coat. I want a trench coat just like that. Oh, it's supposed to be the right eye? Damn it. I'm so stupid. Okay, thank you. I'll try to fix that. Yeah. I think Dib is kind of a bully sometimes too. Well, to Zim anyway. Okay, and here's a really cute drawing I did of Gur. Looking like a baby of some kind. I just practice. I try to figure out what the normal mechanic of an arm would look like and be. Just a,
Master, I'm sleepy. Is it nap time?
aside from the obvious things like his toy moose, which is a thing in the show, and his rubber piggy, and the suck monkey slushy drink, I also added in a bowl of cereal and blocks and, of course, a baby rattle.
He looks so cute.
Thank you. And here's a drawing of Zim giving him a piggyback ride home because it's late. Gur is sleepy and stuff. Thank you. Zim's hair is so hard to draw. I don't ship Zim and Gur. I think of Gur as more like a sibling or a child to Zim, as that's what their relationship seems to be like. And here I did one of Lumpy. I remember I used to draw him in just a suit jacket, but now he has a full-on suit, like with the dress pants and everything. And he's got this little headset thing. I think he looks really good in a suit, actually. Also, it's been so long since I drew him. And here's Splendid. Not really a lot has changed about him, except the fact that I gave him a belt to his low-riding pants. And that's what he looks like without a mask. He's got this faint scar next to his eye, and he has slight bags under his eyes because he doesn't get much sleep. His sleep schedule does improve, but he's a very busy person. It's not just the fact that he was scared out of sleeping. But yeah, he hasn't really changed a whole lot. Powers include super strength, flight, supervision, ice breath, laser eyes, and a paralysis aura. I made that one up myself. Aw, I'm glad. But I just wanted to let you know that I don't try to do anything. I'm just genuinely sharing what I do. What about your new OC? Hang on, I'll check. Adopted a new character that I have the entire personality figure out. A hat, huh? Well, I like hats. Hats are good. I have quite a few hats over there, as you'll notice. In fact, I'm going to go put one on right now. Tomboy. Ow, son of a... Ah. My foot. I'm hit. Tell my story and my children, which I don't have. You're taking a break from Amino, huh? All right, last one. Crow Marmot. I gave him a vest because I think he looks good in a vest. And there he is with a man bun, and his eyes are green. I think his man bun looks great. Stop any abuse. I think the Crow Marmot drawing is one of my favorites, personally. Okay, where's the Petunia one? I wanted to work on that. Okay, got it. What kind of hat does he wear? Is it like a baseball cap, or is it a beanie, or what is it? Yeah, he is. I have a joke in my AU that he only visits his block on weekends, but he kind of wanted to unthaw himself so he could interact with this new girl named Jessica, who he took a liking to. And yeah, I don't know. I just find it a lot easier to draw him out of the block. Plus it's a lot more fun. But yeah, he visits his ice block on weekends. And why is the hat important to this character's personality, Crasher? It's a black baseball cap. Well, I wear hats because they look. I don't wear hats because like I wear sports or anything. I wear hats because they look good with my style, with my hair too. Still, I do find it impressive that Crow Marmot can do everything that he does in the show while still in his ice block. You know, kind of like how Handy does things off camera. Ah, really? I see. It's like I went bowling today. It was fun. And that psychotic friend I mentioned a few streams ago, she's not being psychotic anymore. Turns out she was texting that stuff to her grandma as well, and her grandma's just like, I don't want to hear about that stuff. Can't say I blame her. I don't want to hear a psychotic temper tantrum about how you don't want to live in the real world. Really? That's awesome. All right. I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep some parts of Petunia's design that I had already given her, like the tank top and the leggings, because I do know that she's obviously a girly girl. But then I'm just like, you know what? Her design is fine. Aw. Well, if your cousins keep bullying you, then you should you should tell an adult. What were they bullying you about? Do you know? Oof. All right. Looks good. Now I can start the second step. What did the post say, Crasher? What was the post? I'm pretty sure it'll make me angry and laugh too. Well, either way, there's no good reason for bullying someone. That's why it's called bullying. New bag. Okay. Oh, there it is. Come on. Come to mama. No, they don't. That is stupid. But it's also funny. Because, no, it does not. People, in most cases, people choose their sexuality about as much as they choose the color of their skin. I can understand why my cousin is gay. If I had to grow up around the man she had to grow up around, I would find a general distaste of men too. And I do still have some kind of general distaste for them. But I'm getting better. Trust me, I am. I haven't been making as many sexist remarks towards men lately, so I think that's a sign that I'm getting better. Plus, I got back together with my boyfriend, so... A few days ago, I went to a park with my family, and I met a guy there who was in a polygamy relationship. He was in a polygamy relationship with 2 girls. I told him my honest opinion about polygamy. I don't really understand it, and it's not really my thing, but as long as you guys are happy together and you're not hurting anyone or each other, then it's not really my place to judge. Still, polygamy is kind of weird, but I'm pretty sure people felt that way about gay people, and they still do. I'm pretty completely sure that there are still people out there who are like, ugh, go away. But, What does WBC mean? Hi, Dragonfire Games. Sorry I didn't see you immediately. What do you guys think of my new art style for Happy Tree Friends? What do you guys think of my updated art style? Personally, I'm having a lot of fun with it. Sounds good. Really, huh? Well, I mean, I guess as long as the people in the polygamy relationship know that they're in a polygamy relationship, I guess there's no hurt feelings. And I guess if they're okay with it, then I guess it's fine for them. But me personally, I wouldn't want to be part of a polygamy relationship because, I mean, come on, it would be confusing as all heck. And I don't really think I could handle all that. I mean, one person is good enough for me. 3 people, well, that's crowded. I just I see. Well, people who hate gay people, yeah, it's their opinion. If you hate gay people, fine. I mean, it's stupid to hate gay people, but like whatever, it's their opinion. And besides, as long as they don't go attacking gay people or verbally abusing them or anything like that, then I guess we can just leave them to them. You know what I'm saying? Hi, Demon God. Welcome. I don't think I've ever seen you here. No, it was not an act of God. It was an act of a bunch of stupid people from another country who think that they can just hurt people and get away with it. Oh, there's my red Sharpie. Can't believe I didn't see it. One thing that people need to learn is that not everyone is going to be friendly and accepting. Even though it's the 21st century, there are still a bunch of stupid people out there who think that they can just verbally and or physically abuse or hurt people and think that it's justifiable just because, oh, I believe in God, so I'm pretty sure he'll approve of this or whatever. I have two categories with people involved with religion, okay? There are religious people, you know, people who do things like worship, love, and appreciate their God or whatever higher power their religion supports without hurting other people or killing them or doing the sacrificing bullcrap or whatever, you know, things like in paganism or whatever. And then there are religious freaks, you know, people who do things like killing, torturing, and abusing in the name of their religion. This includes sacrificing organs and live humans. People who do things like that, those are religious freaks. Okay? Oh, I hate when that happens. Those types of earbuds, the ones with the rubber tips on them, those are the only earbuds that can fit in my ears because I have really small ears. And when I lose the rubber tips, it does get really uncomfortable. My advice, stay away from religious freaks. You can be around religious people, even be a religious person. But whatever you do, don't get involved with religious freaks and definitely don't turn into one. The world doesn't need religious freaks. Whoever disliked this whoever disliked this video, obviously, either they want to make me feel bad, which isn't going to work. They want to prove a point, which isn't going to work. Or they just genuinely don't like me, which I don't freaking care if someone doesn't like me. As long as they're not near me or talking to me, then fine. They can not like me all they want. But as long as they're not involved with me or abusing or hurting me or trying to kill me just because they don't like me, then that's fine. Don't like me all you want, but you don't need to go out of your way to make my life miserable, especially when I haven't done anything. I really don't care what people think of me. If it's negative, I don't care what they think. That's good. That's good. I go to church sometimes too, and I am very respectful of gay people. Hey Nala, welcome. Did you change your I see you changed your username. Either that or you opened a new account. It's nice to see you again. I haven't seen you in forever, and you're usually a regular. Don't mind me. I'm just telling people how their lives should be, or something like that. Mom Nala, huh? No, that's not a sin. Hurting and or killing people, that's a sin. Well, I mean, for no justifiable reason. I'm not saying don't defend yourself, but if you're hurting or killing or torturing or tormenting an innocent person for no justifiable reason whatsoever, then that makes you a sinner. And I know Jesus died on the cross for our sins, but that doesn't automatically give you the right to go out of your way and hurt someone without expecting some kind of consequence. Where there are actions, there are consequences, even with the positive ones. Cause and effect, people, cause and effect. You have your mom's phone, huh? I've used my mom's phone a few times. Not for streaming, but rather to watch funny Family Feud moments. That's a lot of alliteration there. Well, I mean, I think that people just automatically think that if someone believes in God and that they're Christian, that automatically means that they're going to hate gay people. I'm not saying that there aren't Christian people out there who are heavily religious freaks and they think that God is automatically going to hate someone just because of their sexuality. But times have changed. I think religion needs to change a little bit with it. But not all people who believe in God, not all Christians or people who believe in God are going to automatically be, religious freaks. I mean, I believe in God, and I totally support the LGBTQ plus community. I wouldn't have made those things for Pride Month if I didn't. But you know what? Let's stop talking about religion. As much as I love giving my opinion on things, let's talk about something else. Don't be pulling no creepy stuff in here, okay? This stream is not a place for creepy people. Well, creepy people who want to disturb others, Okay, come on. Okay. I do need green. I knew I needed it. Okay. Stupid indigestion. Hate it. Yeah, okay. I need this one too. I know I needed another color that I think I saw in here. Okay, I need yellow, light purple, turquoise, pink. Okay, I need pink. Okay, no, obviously the shade of pink I need is not in here. All right, I'll check it out. And if I can't watch it tonight, I'll just save it to my watch later. Okay, turquoise. Pink. Whoops. All right. I'm guessing I'm probably going to have to go digging in the most inner reaches of this pencil bag. Yep, right here. Okay, give me a sec. Speed of curb? Nope, I don't think I've heard of that. Hang on. Got a thing going on here. All right. I'll keep that tab open just in case. Yeah, I think I got all the colors I need. Today I was rewatching some of my favorite moments from Supernatural. Some of my favorite Castiel moments, because Castiel is my favorite character. He's so freaking funny when he doesn't try to be funny. He doesn't try to be funny, but he only ends up being funny. You might have to send me a link for that, Crasher Point. Okay, she has a yellow tank top. Okay. Okay. It's okay. Don't get frustrated. It's just a little space problem. Okay. I need my pencil sharpener. I want to work on my fan fictions more, but I'm not sure which one I should work on. I want to work on the one called Can We Talk? Because, like, I've already gotten some visual art for that one, and I don't want to put it to waste, so I think I'll work on that one a bit tomorrow. It's just kind of hard to keep up inspiration for certain things, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to work on something, but you just feel like, no, I want to do this instead. That's one of the main problems with being an artist/writer. You get bombarded with things like like writer's block and artist's block. All right. I'll check it. Hang on. I feel like I've seen this before, or I've seen things like it. Maybe they couldn't make it tonight. Sometimes people just can't make it, even my regulars. Or sometimes they just don't show up right away. I mean, Queen Nemmer and Art Floor U are my moderators, but they don't always show up right away. But when they do show up, I don't give them any grief for how late they were. It's good to have moderators, but not a whole lot of bad stuff happens here. I'm not saying that means that there's no need for any moderators because, well, come on. When is there ever not a need for a moderator? But I'm just glad that they can make it when they can make it. I'm a very understanding person once you get to know me. Hey, Mikey. Welcome. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes people are just busy. I mean, I didn't stream on Sunday because I wanted to take some time off to spend with my family. Also, over the weekend, I watched the South Park movie, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, for the first time, and I gotta say, it was really something. I mean, I already knew some of what happened in it because I spoil myself rotten, but it was a pretty good movie. I mean, of course, it was gross and it was full of profanity and racism and Eric Cartman's smart little mouth, but yes, exactly. So I don't get spammed to death. But the South Park movie was actually pretty good. And I actually like South Park. It's not like, oh my gosh, I love this show so much, but rather like, I don't hate it. I like it. It has some good parts to it. I definitely wouldn't recommend it for little kids, obviously, even though little kids nowadays are unsupervised and they seem to watch all kinds of inappropriate junk, and that's why they're so desensitized. But I definitely would recommend it for like an older person like me. Going down to South Park, gonna have myself a time. Friendly faces everywhere, humble folks without temptation. Heading on up to South Park, gonna see if I can't unwind. Ample parking day or night, people spouting, howdy neighbor. Heading on up to South Park, we're gonna leave my woes behind. That's such a freaking catchy song. I don't know. I mean, I can see why people do it because Cartman sang that whole I swear song to him, but I honestly don't really know if I can picture them as a couple. I mean, I can, but not really that much. But I can see why people would because, Cartman picks on Kyle the most because he's Jewish and Cartman hates Jewish people for whatever dumb reason. But, I think that I think I can get why people would ship them. I actually haven't watched a whole lot of South Park. I've only seen a few episodes and bits and pieces here and there, and I did see the movie. I think I need to watch more South Park before I can actually get a clear opinion, but I think the only South Park ship I'm really into is Creek, with Craig and Tweek. But that one is obvious. Obvious but cute. I think it's a cute one. I also like Tweek. Tweek reminds me of Flaky because he's a nervous wreck with spiky hair, and so is Flaky. I see Stan and Kyle as just friends because like they have a dynamic that shows that they're really 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 good friends. And even though they've had moments with each other like in the episode You're Getting Old where they stop being friends for a while because Stan kind of falls into a deep depression where he sees everything as shit and he can't enjoy anything. And he has a falling out with Kyle and they stop being friends for a while. Also, I did a rhyme there. I don't know. I'm okay with them. I'm okay with them being a couple. And in fact, I read a lemon fic with the two of them in it, and I thought it was pretty nice. But for the most part, I mostly just see them as friends. Like I said, I have to see more South Park. I want to watch more South Park before I come to a decision on where I see the characters. But from what I've seen, Stan and Kyle do care about each other, obviously, because they're friends. Yeah, that is a thing that fangirls read. A lot of the Lemon fan fictions I read are flippy and flaky ones, but that's just because I got obsessed with the ship and I still love it very much. I don't read as much Happy Tree Friend fan fictions like I used to, but I'm still very much in love with the ship because it's a really if you think I have so many reasons why I ship it. For one thing, they have a very interesting friendship in the show at least. I mean, regardless if you ship them or not, you can't deny that they do care about each other because they do get along, when Flippy doesn't flip out. They care about each other to a certain degree, I mean. Flaky has obviously shown that she won't hesitate in hurting Flippy if he does try to attack her physically, even though he wasn't trying to attack her in that one episode. But I'm still just happy with them being friends in the show. Obviously their ship is never gonna become canon because that's either gonna make a lot of people happy and it's gonna piss off a majority of other fans. But I think that they actually have an interesting relationship that you can imagine with each other. So as long as they stay friends in the show, I'll be fine with that. I will still continue to ship them in my fan fictions and whatnot, but as far as the show, I'm okay with them just being friends. As long as they're not on a super negative level with each other, I'm fine with that. Wow, I love talking about my feelings. It's okay. The first emoji was more fitting anyway. Oh, thanks. It's one of my many hats. Yeah, I got into the flippy, no, not the flippy, the Shifty X Petunia thing because of Rogue Raccoon. I'm not really a big fan of the Flippy X Giggles thing. It doesn't really sit right with me, but I am actually glad that ships like that exists because it gives the fandom a balance. We're like, oh yay, we're all like, woo, we have our own things, even though the majority does this. I don't know. But if you like it, that's good for you. I'm not saying that you're a bad person and I don't like you, but it's just not for me. But if it's for you, good for you. I don't ship. The only other person I would ship Flaky with is Lammy, mostly because they're such good friends in my AU and they're really close with each other. So I can see, I honestly would be okay with shipping them. And the only other one I would ship Flippy with would probably be Splendid, mostly because my friend Splendid Dreams got me into that ship unintentionally. But I don't know. It is also a kind of neat relationship to imagine because even though that they haven't met in the series officially, I'm pretty sure Splendid and Flippy do know about each other at least because Flippy, I'm guessing, has a reputation in the town. I would be surprised if he didn't, but it's just a lot. There's just a lot of things to think about. You can think about a lot of things with Happy Tree Friends, I think, because there's not a whole lot of continuity and spoken dialogue. So you can just kind of make up whatever you want for whatever reason. You can do a whole lot with a show where there's not a whole lot of spoken dialogue or continuity. Really? Huh, I see. Hang on, gotta check something. That's really something. Yeah, I've been seeing that the Flippy X Nutty ship has been getting a lot of popularity. I don't know why. They haven't really had a whole lot of positive interactions with each other. Actually, scratch that. They haven't interacted a lot with each other. The only times I've seen them interact with each other are in Double Whammy and what was that one episode where he was a librarian? Oh yeah, Random Acts of Silence. Those are the only times I've ever seen them interact with each other. for the most part, Flippy is civil towards Nutty, when he's not flipped out, but I don't really think they're friends with each other, but Flippy just has his code and just respects people, even if they do annoy him sometimes. I mean, he obviously doesn't like Mime. It says on the wiki that they're not friends. But he is civil towards him, if not a little bit annoyed. Whenever I put on the Goonies for my sister, like she asks me to, she never actually sits down and watches it. She's either interested in what I've got going on, or she just completely ignores it for her tablet. It's just like, if you're not going to watch this movie, don't have me put it on. Am I right, people? I felt the same way too, and I still mostly feel that way, but I'm slowly but surely coming to more open terms with certain ships. Certain flippy flaky ships, but of course that one will always be my OTP, or rather OT3, since Flickby is, part of it. I just love all the nicknames that Flickby has for people. Like, you can tell that he has a whole lot of attitude because he oftentimes doesn't refer to someone by their name, or he doesn't call them by their name. He'll usually call them by some kind of cheesy or offensive nickname. And half the time, sometimes he's not even being offensive with it. Either he just genuinely doesn't have a whole lot of respect for that person, or he's just teasing them. Because he does like to tease people for fun. But if he genuinely hurts someone, he doesn't really mean to. I mean, in the past he did, but now he doesn't. He doesn't try to hurt someone. He doesn't usually try to hurt someone, but if he does, it's usually on accident. And he'll apologize. He'll be really discreet about it, but he'll apologize. Yeah, he is adorable. Well, I mean, you can see him whatever you want to see him. Personally, I always thought there was something more to him other than I'm a homicidal maniac and I kill people for fun. And when I learned that he doesn't know that he's killing innocents and he just thinks that he's back in the war, I mean, Ken Navarro explicitly said, other than that, he's a normal, nice dude. Which would be interesting to say the least. But, I always knew there had to be something more to him. I mean, of course, you do have characters out there that are simply sadists and nothing more. If you've seen Clockwork Orange, then you would know that. A sadistic character can actually be done quite artistically and even beautifully. So what do you think of the Flickby from my AU? What do you think of him? To me, he's an emotionally challenged dork. He's an emotionally challenged, kind of obnoxious dork. He can also be a bit obnoxious and brash. Thank you. Crasher Point isn't spamming, Mikey. Spamming is like saying the same thing over and over and over again and constantly trying to get all attention on yourself, but Crasher Point isn't spamming, Mikey. Thank you for your concern, but Crasher Point isn't spamming. And yes, I have seen The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a good movie. All right. Glad you can be here for a minute at least. Thank you, Mikey. But it's nice to see you, Shade Blackfield. Yeah, he is pretty hilarious. Sometimes he does get confused about things and he doesn't even try to be funny. And when people laugh, he just doesn't really understand, kind of like Castiel. But sometimes he does actually try to be funny to lighten the mood or to like cheer someone up. He doesn't want to admit that he's all that nice, but he does a pretty poor job of hiding it. He does a pretty poor job of being discreet about giving about little acts of kindness here and there. He just does whatever he feels like, I guess you'd say, even if it is being nice. Sometimes he has a hard time admitting that he's nice, not simply because it's a pride thing, but more like he just doesn't, sometimes it's hard for him to see how much he really has changed. He does eventually accept that he has changed and it's okay to be nice and it doesn't make him a sissy or anything like that. But for the most part, he has emotional problems. Actually, a lot of the characters in my AU have emotional problems. Flippy has emotional problems. Flaky has emotional problems. Lammy has emotional problems. Lifty has some serious emotional problems. Yes, I've heard of Marilyn Manson. I've listened to his cover of This Is Halloween from The Nightmare Before Christmas. I think everyone in the world has at least one emotional problem, even if they won't admit it. We are human after all. Yeah. I definitely like the new design I chose for Flaky in my AU. The t-shirt and skinny jeans definitely make her look like more of a tomboy. All right, all finished. Bye, Mikey. I can actually relate to a lot of the characters because sometimes I see a little bit of myself in them. Sometimes I try to insert a little bit of myself into the characters of my AU. Like, Flaky tries to see the good in everyone even when it's not there, which is something that I do. Sometimes the characters unintentionally try to get people to pity them, which is something that I unfortunately used to have a habit of doing, which I don't really think I do it anymore. Yes, I've heard of Gorillas. Also, hi, Blue Moo. Nice to see you. Nightmare Night. Yep, I love that song. I love Gorillas. I actually have a Gorillas t-shirt over there in that box. I don't do pity parties anymore. I do sympathy, advice, and tough love. The tough love kind of plays into the advice factor, though. All right, what should I do now? Should I work on another reference sheet or should I work on one of my comic projects? Thank you, Blue Moo. My favorite Gorillaz song has to be Moments from their album Humans, but I'm also a really big fan of Charger. That's another Humans song. And I also love the song Clint Eastwood. That's a classic. Okay, bye. Have a good time at work. That is a good song. That is a really good song. My sister loves that song too. My sister's favorite Gorillaz song is 19-2000. I love the Soul Child remix version of that song. So back to the question, what should I work on? Should I make another reference sheet or should I work on one of my comic projects? Personally, I'm okay with either. Oh, Feel Good Inc. and Dare are two of my favorite Gorillaz songs. I love dancing to Dare, and I love singing to Feel Good Inc. and doing the body language that 2D was doing in the music video. It was so fun. All right, sounds good. I love crossovers. He looks so freaking cute. I can't even. Had to have high hopes for a living, shooting for the stars, but I couldn't make a killing. Always had to be that one in a million. Always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living, shooting for the stars, but I couldn't make a killing. Always had to be that one in a million. Always had high hopes. Tape. All right. This is the page I'm working on right now. Attitude. I love doing stuff for Lammy and Mr. Pickles too. I treat their relationship how I treat like I kind of view Lammy as a mother figure to Mr. Pickles. Like he sleeps next to her in the same bed and she gives him little kisses and she kind of holds him like this, kind of like a baby. Yeah. I understand why parents wouldn't want that, but honestly, it's not like you'd want to print out bloody things. I mean, I don't really have any bloody things up on my wall except for the postcards over there, but that kind of comes with the territory. I mean, come on, it's Happy Tree Friends. Give me a break. But I understand parents, but sometimes I agree that they can be a little bit over paranoid. I've seen Queen Nemmer on Amino, and Art Floor U is also from Amino. That's actually where I met her. I kept Mr. Pickles silent in my AU just like he is in the show. He communicates with Lammy through a means of sign language since she understands sign language. Which is good because that's how Mime communicates in my AU. He uses sign language. And for those who don't speak sign language, when he's not trying to do the whole miming thing, sometimes he'll write things down in a notebook for people. That's what he did when he was a kid. I came in like a rock. Oh no, you're not annoying. It was just a misunderstanding with Mikey. You're not annoying and you weren't spamming. Trust me, I've seen spammers. And if you were spamming, I would definitely ask you to stop. I'd be polite about it, but still. I don't think my mom really knows that I like Yandere Simulator, and even so, I don't really think she cares. Also, I finally found a headcanon voice for Lammy. All right, I'll find a clip and I'll show it to you. It's literally the only clip I could find of her speaking English. Hang on. Okay, give me a sec. I'm sorry that your parents are arguing. Just put your earbuds in. It'll be fine. I've gone through it myself. No. The English voice actress for Rika Furude from Higurashi. That's my headcanon voice for Lammy. It's so hard to find clips on YouTube of Rika speaking, English. Because the only season of Higurashi that was dubbed was the first season. The first season of Higurashi really focused more on the scary horror factor, and the psychological one. The first season was still sad, but the second season was even more sad. Oh, gee, guys. I'm sorry. I know how it feels not being able to see your dad. My dad lives really far away, and I don't get to see him very often, and I neglect calling him often like I should, but well, I'm not gonna bore you with my problems. Yeah. Rika is a very cute character. I mean, she's played off she's like what, 11, and she's played off as like a cute main character, and she is still a child, and she does have the cute little nipa thing, but she's actually a lot more of a serious character. She's kind of like Sans. She comes off as a very simple character that loves a good time and all that, but deep down they're hiding a lot of secrets, and they actually are a lot more serious under the surface because they know things that you couldn't even imagine. Okay, bye, Fox Love. See ya. Right. Well, I mean, obviously don't hide things from your mom, but everyone does have secrets. I've hidden things from my mom before. But other than that, I normally tell her everything because, hello, she's my mom. What are you talking about, Shade? Really? Never heard of someone keeping a secret by accident. Give me a sec, guys. Yum. Okay, so this stream's fan fiction recommendation is actually a fan fiction I wrote. I wrote it about maybe 2 years ago, and it's completed. It's called Flaky's Birthday. But if you guys have already read that one, I will give you a second one to read. Give me a sec. I'm crazy. I'm insane. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot I deleted a lot of my stories because they were cringe. Don't regret it. It's awesome, huh? What's so awesome about it, if you don't mind me asking? Okay, already did that one. Okay, let's see. Come on. Jeez, I'm such a nerd. Okay. This is also a Happy Tree Friends fan fiction, but I didn't write this one. Hang on. I have too many tabs open here. This is called Saving the Villain. It was written by Dreamy Loner. It's a lifty, splendid yaoi story, and yes, they are humanized, so if that's not your cup of tea, I am very sorry, but please, please give it a read. It's so good. It has such deep and harsh drama. It's so good. And it's actually got some pretty touching moments, too. And yes, it does have smut elements in it, but whatever. It's a good story. You can't have yaoi without a little smut, I guess. Junjo Romantica. Ugh. For some reason, I don't know why, I just kind of, at one point, I thought of Gur as like a yandere towards Zim. I did read this one story. I can't seem to find it anymore for the life of me. But basically, I thought it was going to be a fic that centered around Zim and Gur. And it kind of did in a way where it seemed like Dib was kind of hanging out with Zim for a little bit, and they kind of had some romantic things going on, little things. But I remember in the end, Gur ended up killing Zim and saying, "We'll be together forever, won't we, Master?" And all throughout the entire fic, Dib was kind of making fun of Zim because Gur was acting like his girlfriend or wife or something. And I guess Gur kind of got jealous of Zim and Dib and thought that if I can't have my master, then no one can. But I just kind of felt like, I don't know. I just kind of liked the idea of a yandere Gur, even though I don't ship him and Zim romantically. Well, personally, I think it's pretty awesome, too. Yeah, she kind of always had romantic feelings for him, but she kind of lost sight of it when she grew afraid of him. But she always loved him, I guess. Yeah, exactly, Crasher Point. Like, you guys probably don't know this, but there's this anime RPG game called Noelle the Mortal Fate. My friend showed it to me. It's about a girl named Noelle Circetti who is like, she's kind of like one of those higher ups, like higher class families. And she's part of a higher up class family, I should say. And her friend wins the piano competition and she doesn't, and she starts to wish that she had. And then oh, Manic Love is such a good story. It's what got me interested in like what it would be like if Flickby tried to be romantic or something, or at least his version of romantic. I also liked how quirky he was. He was evil, of course, but he was quirky. I just I don't know. I just really like it when he's quirky. But anyway, what is it? Oh yeah, she gets tricked into making a deal with a devil, and she ends up losing her arms and legs in the process, but she teams up with the devil that she made a deal with in order to bring down the mayor that tricked her. It's a complicated story, but it's actually a really good game. I haven't played it, but I've seen someone else play it and it looks great. But Noelle's friend, Jillian, my friend pointed out that she seems to be a yandere towards Noelle. And after watching it, I would say, yeah, she's kind of like a yandere. Her friend is like a yandere towards her. Ah, yes, sadomasochism. Right. I love it when people expand beyond the whole I love him or I love her and I want them to be mine forever. Or rather, it's like I will protect them and I will kill anyone who comes near. And oh, no, you can't be friends with someone else. You're mine, or something like that. I love it when people expand the whole yandere thing, where it's not just a romantic obsession, but rather just an obsession in general. Either way, it's unhealthy, but it's good to see when people branch out with the yandere topic. Well, I mean, yeah, when you hear the word yandere, you automatically think a person who has a romantic obsession, a complete and utter sick obsession with someone and claims it to be romantic feelings, straight up stalking, murder, and insanity, collecting DNA samples. I'm pretty sure that's what people think of when they think yandere. Yeah, Gasai is a freaking yandere. She's one of the freaking yandere queens, in fact. And she's got that iconic yandere face that she does. She is kind of creepy, though. I mean, obviously she loves Yuki, and Yuki does eventually learn to love her back, but you can't deny she is freaking creepy. Either way, being a stalker is creepy. Mm-hmm.
Yuki.
The pool scene was uncomfortable. But you can obviously see that Yuki eventually comes down with Stockholm Syndrome. No, I don't think I have. Might have to check that out later. Yeah, actually, there is. I mean, just leave it to Len to be the jealous one of the two. I mean, I'm pretty sure we've established in the past that there's a lot of producers that make Len a sort of man whore, so to speak, a player and possessive. What a guy. It's just like, Why is Len always the one who has to have either the psychotic side or the womanizer side? Yeah, exactly. Aki Dearest. That's where I got it. But she is right, there are a lot of producers that kind of make Len a little bit risque. I'm not saying I don't approve of it, but dang. Maybe they just see something we can't. I don't know. I think the only song I heard where Rin was a psychopath, she wasn't a yandere, but she was definitely a psychopath, was Fear Garden. Well, yeah, I like Len. He's my favorite Vocaloid. As long as you're not taking them too far, no. Yuno's obsession with Yuki from Future Diary kind of reminds me of Helga's obsession with Arnold from Hey Arnold, because she was pretty creepy with her obsession too. I mean, I'm not saying I don't ship them, because I totally do, but you got to admit, her obsession with Arnold was kind of creepy. I can get why she was so in love with him, because he was the only one who was ever nice to her. But still. All the hands must go. Yes, exactly. Fear Garden. Take a hold of your right arm, I'm grasping ever so tight, violently poking at the soil that lays in many plant pots, grouping the index and the middle fingers oh so tidy. I will create the greatest flower garden you will see. Well, as long as it works. I mean, you can't deny there are some freaky people out there. Are pickles a vegetable? Because cucumbers are vegetables, and pickles are basically just pickled cucumbers, obviously. But what does that mean? A pickle is a vegetable too? Oh, really? Well, you gotta get your inspiration from somewhere, I guess. Kind of makes me wonder where Yandere Dev got the inspiration to make a Yandere video game. I'm going to do this one. Of course. Of course. By all means, yes. But I would also consider Monica a yandere. Well, dang. That certainly seems yandere-esque to me. I don't pay attention to new fandoms like right away. I don't normally get into things when they're relevant. I usually get into things either when they're not relevant or semi-relevant, so I wouldn't know. You can make whatever you want, I guess. Just make sure that you make them not all dark and edgy, because not all characters need to be dark and edgy. Well, I mean, if you think about it, there are different kinds of a yandere. There's a romantic yandere, there's a friend yandere. There are straight up stereotypical yanderes, stalking, murder, insanity. I do sick things to objects that I stole from you, and I'll even kill myself for you if it comes to that. But there are also possessive yanderes. And Monica wasn't necessarily a crazy, psychotic, obsessive yandere like Yuri was, but she definitely was a yandere. Kindergarten, huh? A kindergarten yandere. We have a new type, people. We have a new type on the brink. Hang on. That doesn't surprise me. I love Higurashi. I haven't watched it in such a long time. I should. Inanimate insanity. Nope, I've never heard of that, Neela. Also, hi, Neela. Okay, got that. Got that. All right, this is the one I'm working on. I don't know. Sure, I'll read it. I've never seen Dude Stop. I don't even know what that is. No, I'm not. I have been busy, but I'm not. I'm drawing. I'm still plan on drawing the prizes that I still owe. My sister is really possessive of her tablet, and also I've been busy. Okay. Flaky says, Giggles, Giggles, calm down. We're in public. And Lammy says, no, it's okay. She has a right to react that way. And Flaky says, she still doesn't have to be so loud. Lammy's just telling Flaky and Giggles that her magic went a little berserk yesterday and she broke her door by accident. And you're not being rude. You definitely have a right to wonder. I'm really sorry that it's taking so long. Sushi Cat? I've never heard of that. Also, I did a rhyme just now. She's not exactly pissed off. She's just kind of afraid that Giggles will cause a scene. Because she literally said, "You did what to your door?"
Okay, bye.
Okay. I don't know. I've seen a lot of people go insane while playing Yandere Simulator, like PewDiePie and Markiplier. I've seen them go absolutely batshit insane. Looking at my old art style makes me cringe. Not gonna lie. Is it fun? Oh, Markiplier. Marky Moo. Okay, looks good. Me neither. Well, hopefully that's sooner rather than later. Am I right, people? I think I'm done for tonight, guys. I kind of want to lay down and relax for a few minutes before I have to go to sleep. I'm gonna... Yes, I know Wilford Wharf stash. I'm gonna end off the stream, okay? Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on Friday. So that's the day after tomorrow. See ya. Bye.